as much stuff in there as if we can. We'll see how Spider-Man: Homecoming goes. The movie has lessened in terms of my anticipation for it has lessened the closer we've gotten to it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't have high hopes for that film. I hope I'm proven wrong, but I mean, geez, when Happy Hogan is a major character in a Spider-Man movie, I question what the hell they're doing. But
I'll say this: I haven't watched the latest trailer, so I might have been spared some extra grief. But yeah, it's not.
I did watch the most recent trailer. Yeah, it didn't instill confidence. So yeah.
But sorry, what were you gonna say?
Just it's funny. You look at the first Spider-Man movie, and it's I understand why they had to cram so much in there. There was no guarantee of a second film back then in 2002, but here we are now, and yeah, we have a Spider-Man movie where Iron Man is a main character and Happy Hogan is a main character, and we don't want to do Gwen Stacy or MJ because it's too obvious and we've done them. So we're going to go with Liz Allen, and maybe MJ's in it, but we don't know. And it shouldn't be that complicated to make a Spider-Man movie, because we've had two examples of it being done pretty goddamn well. And, yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, the problems I'm having with Spider-Man: Homecoming is that it doesn't help that they've got Sony marketing it. Sony really is the worst thing to happen to Spider-Man at the minute. It's so easy to throw them under the bus a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But they really are just everything that's wrong with that material in film currently. And part of the issue with Spider-Man: Homecoming, though it looks like, there's going to be a lot of things that they get right, I don't have any doubt that they're going to get the character or the acting or the performance, right. I think that all stuff will all be fine. It's the only thing that they have to identify this as its own version of Spider-Man is it's part of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
They have a whole John Hughes thing that they could be playing up, but instead it's all just, it's part of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, and they're claiming it has the feel of a John Hughes film, and I'm like, I don't know of a John Hughes film, that has a sequence where a plane is going down and the person has to hang off of it and all this other shit. Like, don't claim it is that when it's so clearly not,
Well, they're just not. The main problem I have with it is that what they're essentially telling us when they say it's, the Avengers Tower's in the background, that's what makes this different, is, franchising.
Yeah.
That's what makes this Spider-Man unique. And I'm sorry, but all of the Marvel movies have franchising in them. That's not a tonal setting, that's not a style, that's a marketing thing. And the Marvel movies, I think they handle it well, but I didn't go to see Iron Man because it was part of a bunch of movies. I went to see it because it looked like a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I would be very surprised if Spider-Man: Homecoming turns out to be. The sad thing is, nothing's going to be, Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1. Because I just don't think we're in a time anymore where you can get movies, at least Spider-Man movies, with that particular studio, with that kind of heartfelt sincerity that isn't just so focused on franchising and marketing and appealing to as many demographics as they can. I mean, even though we've got this deal between them and Marvel, which seems like a done deal, they're still talking about, maybe we'll break it after, the second sequel, and it's like, it's very hard to remain excited for new Spider-Man at this particular point.
Yeah,
I'll go see it. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I think Tom Holland is a good casting decision. And, I do actually think there's some really interesting dynamics that they can do between Tony Stark and Peter. I don't think we'll get them, but I think there's some really nice, sad stuff that they can do with that dynamic if they play it well. But, that this movie has like 5 screenwriters.
Yeah.
And so much of it feels restraint from being as creatively free as it should be I still feel like I'm watching something where loads of people went into a room and said, what's the safest decisions we can make?
It
So there you go. There's my rant about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Well, I'll do mine now. No, it's I really want to be excited for this, but just increasingly less and less. Like, it started with the title, Spider-Man Homecoming, and I went, that is way too self-aware for a movie title. It's like Batman Returns. It doesn't make any sense.
Spider-Man Forever.
Spider-Man Forever. That would have been fine. But
make it Frank.
But it's like, yeah, I get Homecoming. Like, that was the name of a Spider-Man story, and yeah, Homecoming does refer to a thing that happens in American high schools. I don't care. That's none of that is what is actually is why it's called that. None of it. So it bothers me that they're that self-aware about it, and then they make these trailers with the, oh, look, we're playing up the high school angle, and it's so clear that we're going to get so little of that. We're seeing the same stuff of the high school stuff over and over again. So I'm not willing to bet that it's going to be like Spectacular Spider-Man, where Peter Parker, the high schooler, is the main character, and Spider-Man, is the adventures that he goes on. It's going to be the other way around, just like everything else. And I don't have any faith in these people to make a film that is good, unfortunately. And I am very petty at this point. I don't. The MCU.
I think we're allowed to be. We haven't had a good Spider-Man movie for over 10 years.
That's true. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was a really long time ago, and the MCU, they make good movies. They make really enjoyable movies, and that's great. I am a little tired of it though, and I get excited when I get to see something new. Doctor Strange was something new, and at the time Guardians was something new. And Thor Ragnarok, they're going in a different direction, so I'm excited for that. But when it's the same old shit, I'm not that excited anymore. And
even if it's stuff like him holding the boat together, I mean, it's just a Spider-Man 2 reference.
Yeah. It's like, how many times on Instagram did I have to see everyone saying, "Look, it's a reference to this." It's like, yeah, I know, we all got it.
I mean, Michael Giacchino's score. We don't know if the tweet that he made, which was the 60s theme repurposed into a kind of more dramatic theme. We don't know if that's going to be the main theme of the movie, but if it is, then I'm like, I don't know, what identity does this film have? It's just stuff we've seen before.
Look, it's Spider-Man, And it's also a shame to me that Marvel or Sony or whoever can't rely on Spider-Man selling the movie. It's Spider-Man. He's one of the most famous characters ever. I get that Robert Downey Jr. is a draw, and that's completely fine. Put him on the poster. But it's kind of disgusting. Like,
it feels like we are watching a business arrangement on screen.
Yeah, exactly.
The main thing that I have is that it feels like it's two studios compromising because they don't want to piss the other one off in case one of them bows out. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
And I just have no interest in watching a Spider-Man movie that is just people in a room shaking hands and not pissing each other off. Like, can't we just get a good movie? And I would love to come back and, say, oh my God, it was great. Yeah. But the trailers aren't indicating that to me.
No, like, look, we may come back and look at this video and go, wow, we were so wrong, that's awesome. I hope that's the case. I don't have any faith in that being the case, though.
It's interesting that you said that the title was your first kind of warning sign, because I actually like the title, but the main warning sign for me was when I found out they were doing Sleep Cool Vulture, and I was just like, it's boring. Gay it up, camp, bring on the camp.
Gay it up.
But of course, literally, take what I have said and spread it all over the internet. Gay up Spider-Man, because it's bland. It looks bland, and I'm not getting any of that. Like, I know that crikey, I've forgotten the director's name? The guy who did Cop Car. I mean, Cop Car's a really good movie. It's the only one I've seen of that filmmaker. But, you know, that's got its own style. I'm not seeing any kind of interesting style or directorial flourish or, you know, some kind of stylistic flair to the movie. It's just like, it's stuff we've kind of seen before. So, yeah. But no, it would be nice for us to come back and go, wow, we were so wrong, and that was a really pointless, 15 minutes of us ranting about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes.
But yeah,
John Watts, you are the director. John Watts. I hope we are wrong. I hope you were right.
Yes.
I hope you make a good film.
I find it weird that so much of the viral marketing revolves around Tom Holland, who literally no one knows.
Yes.
It's very weird.